Welcome back, everyone. Happy to be here. William Stewart, Sean Green, Nick Teixeira. That's right. You got to deal with me once again. Happy to be here. Well, we've had some good matches on our stream. I've been checking in and keeping an eye on things, and we've got an even better one tonight, don't we, Sean?
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup. Krissi Grimal is on the loser side of this bracket, which I know is shocking to some people. Of course, she had her surgery, and then medicine got in the way of really her being able to have as much success as she's used to having. Ended up going against OT on Saturday and averaged only a 2.89. And I say only a 2.89, not because it's better than any average I've ever thrown in the league, but it is because for her, that's terrible. And she'll be the first one to tell you that. Laine, on the other side of things, has ran through 3 straight in the loser side to get to this point in 5th, 6th spot. Her last match was her best match, doing a 3.78. Can she keep up that momentum? Will Krissi bring it back to where we're kind of used to Krissi being at? That's really the storyline tonight. If it's somewhere in the middle, this is going to be a great battle.
I agree, and we'll see how Krissi comes out. Like you mentioned, kind of suffered a defeat last week, a 7-1 defeat in that, and quickest match in CS or WCS history, 47 minutes. You don't want to have that gone your way. So she's looking for a little redemption. We'll see if she can do it. But yeah, tough competitor in Laine Lyzak. Granted, I mean, Laine, she's middle of the pack plus. I count her as for average, middle of the pack plus, just above that middle of the pack. But she can also bring out her best at any given time, and we could see very well a 4.40 plus here tonight.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we'll probably see right around that for Krissi if she's back to her, not back to her full self, because full self she's throwing a 4.5. If she's most of the way there, 90% herself, she could still throw right around a 4. And if she does that, Laine's going to have some work to do.
I agree with you. Well, let's go ahead and let's get it to the tail of the tape. We have some interesting stats as well. But how about Laine Lyzak, the Blue Bonnet, playing for Star City Amusement and location, the Lone Star Ice House. Been playing for 11 plus years. It's a family affair for her and her family. Let me tell you, they are dart players to the max. 3.47 NPR, a 50% flat win rate. So right up in even Stevens range, and then throwing a shot tribal weapon, Savage 18-gram barrel tonight. Just to mention, she's got, well, how about 14 9 marks and 33 7 marks with no white horses? But that could change tonight.
Well, I mean, she's leading in 9 marks, which makes her my favorite, right? A lot of booms happening. By the way, you throw a 9 mark against the UK guys and you don't say boom goes dynamite? What's that all about?
Well, I was waiting for you to throw it in the comment section, and I told the boys it would eventually happen, and nobody has put it there yet. So if you find the video, throw one in there. We got a Maloney double already in there.
So. Yeah, which, by the way, we need to talk about all of your strategy choices, how you were able to lose to a player from the UK that doesn't know strategy for cricket. We need to talk about all this. But before we do that, let's look at Miss Krissi Grimal. Of course, released the Kraken, playing for West Coast Starters of Florida. Playing out last call. She's been playing for 28 years, averaged a 3.89 heading into this, which I would never thought I would have said in a million years. That does include the 2.89 that she shot last week. Averaged with a 66.7% win rate, so 2/3 right there. And she's throwing the Super Dart Gen 1 Grimal 17.3 gram darts. Has 9 marks, 24-7 marks, 25-5 marks, and 24 games played. I'm telling you, Will, the story is just going to be, is it Krissi that we're used to? Is it Krissi who's still recovering from surgery and having some medicinal issues? What do you think, bud?
I mean, that could be a fact. I mean, but Laine's no slouch. She's definitely a great competitor here. We've seen her duel with the best in her last WCS. But you know, we'll just see who comes out in form tonight. It could go the distance here in this matchup. We could see a 7-6 battle here. I'm thinking 7-6, 7-5. No doubt in my mind. But it could sway a heavy way if somebody takes true form and runs away with it. We'll see.
I'm just gonna be straight up and say I think it goes 7-4 one way or the other. If it's the Krissi from Saturday night, I think Laine beats her pretty handily. And I think that if Krissi is back to her where she'll throw her B+ A- game, I think she might beat Laine handily. So we're going to see, man. Laine's going to get the start here in this one. But yeah, I have 7-4 either way. And it really depends on what version of Krissi versus Laine shows up.
I agree with a little tail of the tape here. Laine Lyzak, first round, Jillian Phillips, Meredith McGee in round number 2. She took the loss there. Brittany Carson round 3, and then Stacy Tolick in round 4. For Krissi, it was Brittany Carson round number 1, Krissi Davis in round 3, and then Olivia Terry, where she took that L last week. So right off the bat, just a 2 mark there for Laine. She's up against the wall, and Tracy just 1, 2, 3 single to close the door on those 20s.
Yeah, I love Team Lyzak in the background there, including, I believe, the fiance in the background. Huge shout out to Team Lyzak. I know they watch along every week. They even listen a little bit, which we always appreciate. Scares me, for sure, when they do that. Krissi will have people behind her, but she's not going to be super focused on all of that, if that makes sense. It's going to be her significant other back there. She throws a nice 6 mark to open there on the 19s.
Yeah, certainly so. Forces Laine to attack these 18s here. May close the door on the 19s. No, she doesn't. She just elects to stay there on the 18s. Kind of danged if you do, dang if you don't strategy there.
Let's do it. If you've never watched before, welcome. Let's go over the format and specific rules for this women's singles challenger series. Double elimination style tournament. This is the loser side for both. So one of these teams will be going home. One of these players. The players will play a race to 9, best of 13 legs, all cricket. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. And if either team is down 3 or more legs, they will continue to go to first until that deficit is reduced to 2 legs. That's the 50 advantage rule. And if we go the distance,
and we go for speed,
players will cork for start in the last leg decider. One of these days. Ooh, did you see we got a little turn there from Krissi. I'm liking the way that she's moving right now.
Yeah, I mean, she's already off to a good start, 4.75 here, so already feeling better, and I can assure you that when I looked back on that match with Olivia, and Olivia streamed that, yeah, you could just tell she wasn't there on any front, so already playing significantly better, and there's a double bull to prove it.
Yeah, and then takes out the 18 still in the last start, so even confidence with her right now. Do you think this is one of those where Krissi wants to get this done as quickly as possible?
Oh, yeah.
Just
no
in
messing
case.
around. She wants to give it back and say, hey, don't doubt me, guys. Just because I took the L because I wasn't feeling good doesn't mean I'm still not the one to beat in this. If you consider the one to beat, I mean, Shea Cole right now is throwing phenomenal. A 4.52 average for Shea with an 88.5 win rate. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, that is just impressive on all fronts.
Yeah, she's lost 2 legs total, bud.
Yeah.
2 legs total, and that includes playing against Murph. She won 7-0 against Meredith McGee last week. Let me repeat that. 7-0 to Meredith McGee. You don't do that.
And that's another thing too. I mean, no offense to Murph, but Murph is a technical player. She takes her time when she throws, and for someone like Shea, that can be difficult, who throws a little bit quicker. But for her to get the job done in a 7-0 win, I mean, that speaks volumes to where she's currently at. So, but hey, that match is down the road, as we'll get Olivia Terry, Shea Cole in your Hill matchup next week. But for right now, Grimal looking for the first leg.
Yep, looking to get that point lead first. Does that double 16 or trip 16? Well, she went for the Maloney double, and it was a baloney double at the end of the day. And if you're any of the other players still left in this tournament, you are rooting for Laine Lyzak hard right now.
Definitely.
Because you know that you're not going to get that same Krissi Grimal again.
And certainly not those baloney doubles, because my baloney had a first name. It was
OSCAR.
Oh, there you go. I figured
Thank you.
You'd a little bit quicker to that one, but all right.
Well, I didn't know if you were trying to make like it with one of the. I don't know. I didn't know if you're trying to connect it or just me, the normal person of Oscar.
Speaking of, if you're looking for a job, Oscar Mayer Wiener, they're looking for Wienermobile drivers, $35K a year, plus your expenses paid for. That's a pretty good little deal. $7,500 up for grabs in food alone.
And leg number 1 goes to Krissi Grimal, the 4.60 to the 3.8 of Laine Lyzak, which is about her average. Again, that's where I'm a little bit worried. Laine went first in that one. They both threw, I would say, right around their typical averages. And Krissi didn't let her get close. But you expect a little bit of a drop off from time to time from Krissi. Just when that happens, you have to be ready to pounce if you're Laine. Let us know in the chat. Who do you have in this one? Mark Hale saying Krissi and Murph played each other for over an hour together. He said different wording. Nicole Torres put Krissi 7-4, then Krissi 7-7, then Krissi 7-4. So I think she's going to go with that first option there because the second option doesn't even work. Let's see. Ken in there saying Krissi 7-6, last leg decider. Paul Haig, hello, going Krissi 7-5. I'll tell you who's been a fun cat in our chat the past couple of weeks has been Troy Leroy. Getting to see some of these female dart players. He's thoroughly enjoyed it for the most part.
Well, how could you not? I'm a little disappointed our numbers aren't higher, to be fair. These ladies deserve it. Let's pump them up. Pump it up. Pump those numbers up. All right, share it around, folks. Like, follow, share, all that stuff.
This is the most insane I've ever seen or heard Will Stewart coming back from a little 3-week holiday where he worked all the time.
I got away from the commentary duties, and I feel like a whole new man.
I'm surprised they didn't put you in that booth with Wayne out.
I said no, thank you.
Yeah, they picked Abby instead. Yeah.
No, there's been a little controversy on that one of this year's commentary, and I'll just say it. Everybody does a great job, and maybe some different pairings than usual. So that causes a little chemistry to be thrown around, and they got to learn it as they go. So just know that it's a far more difficult task than sometimes we make it out to be with our goofy nature. So if you don't like it, turn on Talk Sport and listen to Paul Nicholson and Chris Mason over the top of it. It's all right.
Yep. And they do a great job as well. I've actually enjoyed the different combos and different pairs. Of course, we miss Wayne and hope for the best.
Yeah.
For him, it's definitely been a different world without him. But Abby's done a fantastic job in that booth. I'm actually really surprised with how well she's done. Her knowledge for everything has been pretty top notch.
Agreed.
Look at Laine up in her game here, a 4.33 to 4.80 from Grimal.
She has to be 4+ here.
I mean, you're seeing it. Oh, taking a look at the 18, and when she turns like that, I think she thinks it's going in every time. And I know that looked good. Well, how about that from Laine Lyzak? What an 8 mark.
Great 8 mark. I do have some information I should probably share with everybody, because if you have been kind of keeping your eye on darts overseas, you know that Pluto TV has some coverage of the World Darts Championship, which has been fantastic.
Yep.
Well, bummer. It's going to end after this year. So this World Championships will be the last time that's broadcasted on Pluto TV, unless it gets picked back up, which I don't know how likely that's going to be currently, but I did kind of check on that when I was overseas. So no better time for a PDC.TV subscription, or we'll see what happens with this potential Netflix deal. Who knows?
No, that'd be nice.
Right.
Laine needs 3 balls here, going right at it.
Yeah.
That's unlucky.
She needs it.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, she gave an extra bowl there, because I gave her an extra 18 points, so now it's 68 points instead of 50.
Yeah, but double single, and she gets the look. And don't put it out of Krissi Grimal's wheelhouse. Don't put it out of Krissi Grimal's wheelhouse. Double for the win.
You can't throw those fat singles and expect to get. I'm just going to stop there because I was going to say something really awful for no reason.
Oh, how about
Laine with a big 6? Huge.
Massive, but she took a risk there I mean, she could have ended it right there if she wanted to after the triple. Go down 2 for the win, but elected to stay and proves to possibly the smart play.
That double on the first dart is deadly for Krissi, and she, you guys can't see her, but she goes, shrugs her shoulders at it. Problem, though, is Laine's got to find another one in there. Does so. The blue bonnet ties it up 1 apiece, 4.27, exactly what we talked about. Needing to raise that game up a little bit. She does so there. Can that continue? I think it can, but it's going to have to.
Oh, sorry, Rick. He says, Will, quiet. Sean Green is talking. Insert hand references now.
Well, Rick's got 2 of them. I don't need to say anything about that. Rick's on my side.
Yeah, but you
appreciate that, Rick.
Lindsay, and what's the next thing that comes out of your mouth?
I mean, you really got to hand it to Nick. Just with that little drum roll, please. Yeah. Well, the clapping's a bit of an overstretch on Tyler. Apologies, Tyler. All right, I don't like it anymore. All right, here's Krissi. Oh, look at this. Release the Kraken. Boom goes the dynamite. See, that's all you had to do on the video. Just a little growl, little grit to it.
First
nice and
smexy
smexy
of the night.
As he sniffs his nose up at it.
I just figured you guys would drop it immediately in the chat, but no. Guess I gotta wait. So
actually, funny story. My YouTube account is the same as my school account, which has 2-factor authenticity with mobile duo or whatever authentication. Sorry, thank you. And well, I have a new phone, and the new phone, the IT people have to set up my 2-factor authentication, and so I can't even sign into my YouTube account right now. So that's why I didn't actually put the comment in today.
I'm going to be honest. This new 2-factor on authentication or whatever is terrible. I hate it, every bit of it.
I hate it until I feel like someone's snatched my Facebook page, and then I realized they did not. So thank God.
It
takes me 4 hours to log in one time. Go ahead, Nick.
I was just going to say, for context for the people at home of what you guys have been referring to, you guys did a crossover USA Darts with bull hitters over there in the UK, where you and Jen went up against 3 of them. They are the 3 most popular TikTok darts creators that started a YouTube channel not too long ago. And we just had the Glider Cup. Is that what we called it? The Glider Cup?
Yeah, we're just going to not talk about it. So let's just keep going on.
You guys keep referencing it, but haven't told anybody what you're talking about.
No, this guy keeps referencing it, not me.
Well, it's because I have to talk about your losses when they happen. And especially when you represent all of America, it just needs to be known. Krissi Grimal looking straight at the 15s and hammers it. A 5.0 in this leg. I'm going to say it. This is the real Krissi standing up once again.
Oh, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to just a matter of time before she stepped on the gas and said, "Hey, I'm still here. Don't be thinking this is anyone else's title but mine yet. I'm the defending champion." And she goes back-to-back doubles for a 4.95.
Gross. I mean, absolutely disgusting. Krissi Grimal made that look way too easy. And that's why it's so important for Laine to win the legs, that she gets an opportunity to start and control. That's a great opening. Some might call that, almost perfect. Krissi, only a 1 mark.
I'd attack those 19s quickly if I'm Laine. Go ahead and shut him down, grab that extra wedge. He does it first dart. On to the next one. And how about another?
Boom goes the dynamite. There's a white horse for Laine Lyzak. Her first of the season. Her 15th 9 mark overall.
Nick? Good job, Nick.
That was a really good Nick impersonation doing the white horse impersonation.
What are you talking about? That was Nick.
He's from Kansas. He better be able to do a horse impersonation. It's like half the people he can talk to.
That's over the line, my guy. That's over the line. That's over the line.
What I said or what Nick whispered in the background?
I didn't hear Nick in the background at all.
Oh. Well, mine was not out of line compared to that. Let me put it that way.
Did he drum? So I must not be connected somehow, because if he drum rolled you, I didn't hear that either.
Oh.
Womp, womp, womp.
Big darts from Laine. She's like, anything you can do, I can do better.
And now the bull hitters are commenting in here. They're saying, we'll get his revenge. Oh, gosh.
Bull hitters, again, I have to point out the fact that our boy Will just did not use proper strategy against you guys to just ensure victory.
I played pretty aggressive, and it cost me.
You sure did.
When my first dart was about an inch above the triple.
Well, Laine Lyzak, a 5.0 NPR in that one versus
stuff.
Krissi Grimal. 2-2 score line. This is going to be a battle, no matter if it's the real Krissi Grimal or not. Laine's telling me that.
We get a good one in here from Nancy. Says, I love how Laine Lyzak throws her darts, just seamless.
Oh,
and
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's effortless. It's just perfection.
Yep.
Krissi definitely gives it a lean, but rhythmic in nature for Krissi for sure.
Yeah, actually, bull hitters, stop watching this. It's going to give you way too much information for the next time you have to play USA Darts, guys.
I think we got to do some more soft tip with the fellas, because they enjoyed it a little bit too much, I think, and we have a couple fun videos. We got a couple fun videos coming out on our front that we did with the bull hitters, so keep an eye out for that, folks, and definitely give them a subscribe. It's worth it. I guarantee you they get some pretty good content. They play some of the world's best. They played MVG not too long ago, so go check that out.
All right, so we talked about the textbook throw of Laine, right? Krissi has a rock to her throw. However, from her positioning to her eye line all the way down to the target line, although she rocks forward, it tends to be after she's released the dart for the most part, which is why she still has the consistency that she does. But Laine with another nice 6 mark on the 19s. Yeah, but always remember, score more points than your opponent. You cannot possibly lose a leg of cricket. And that's what these ladies are doing here. Big 9 for Krissi Grimal. Boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, we've seen a few of these legs so far in this WCS where it's just going to be a battle on the upper numbers for a little while until someone decides to make the move, or maybe we don't even make the move and we just ride it out for a bit.
20 rounds is that limit. Man, they are throwing great darts right to the second. Yeah, and bull hitters Troy from New Zealand is a fantastic follow. He's a good supporter to have. Let us know in that chat. Who do you have in this one? 2-2 score line. Laine Lyzak, the blue bonnet from Houston, Texas, taking on Krissi Grimal. The Orlando, Florida area. Our queen seat is Shea Cole versus Olivia Terry. Is that next week, fellas?
It
Should be is the answer. All right. We're going to go should be. Mark Hale is giving us updates on the other match. Mark, where are we at in that one? Kelly was up 3-0 in Murph.
Yeah, usually we'll skip over that fourth place match, get the clean seat, and come back for the third.
Hey, there's OT from the TO. Olivia Terry in the chat. How's everybody? How you doing, OT? Hope you had great holidays. What's everybody's New Year's plans? How many people are staying in? Will, you going out anywhere?
Heck no. I'll be staying in and working probably. I got too much stuff and too little time to do it. It's not looking good for Will.
Like in life or just right now?
Just in general. Let's just put just in general. I got way too much stuff to do. I got to redo a whole house right now.
Was that part of the promises that you have to keep for being able to go to London for a couple weeks?
I guess, yeah. Or I don't really know. I guess it's just commitments in life itself. You commit things that you probably shouldn't have when you did, and then you learn the hard way that you overcommitted. But here we go, Laine.
At this. Big darts. Another 8 mark from Laine. That's her second one of those, too. OT, school starts Monday for me, too. I can't commentate then if you can't play. Bailey Mack in there on Facebook saying, I'm getting better at soft tip, Will. Watching the video back. My strategy was all wrong. Bailey, that's true.
Yeah.
Be the first to tell you how true you are on that one.
To leg 2, I was certainly laughing. That's why I think it took advantage of certain things in leg 3, and I paid the price.
Well, when he went after the close of yours and you had 18s to look at, you were like, okay.
Okay.
Big darts again. Boom goes the dynamite. Laine Lyzak.
8 mark. They have 2 and a 9 mark here in this leg.
Against the throw, Will.
And that's the thing is Krissi's giving it right back to her with the throw. So and look at the close. Hello.
Wow. 2 top players at their game right now, battling it out. I have been impressed with Laine throughout the season. I have not been this impressed with Laine before tonight. She is bringing it. And I like that Krissi's given her a lot of respect there. Mark Kelly 4, Murph 0. Very close games, though. See if she... Oh, how did she find the double there? Reminder, after leg number 5, we will take our short break where we'll hear from both of our players with the great Nick Durachi Teixeira. Another 6 mark from Krissi. Not letting Laine come anywhere close to winning darts right now. Even throwing a 4.54.
Laine's doing so much right tonight, even in a leg where Krissi's looking favored to potentially get this win here. The fact is that she is just absolutely rising to the occasion. She hasn't really had any questionable legs, not even really questionable rounds. Absolutely a threat throughout this match, and this is going to go probably the full distance if things keep up like this.
I mean, I think you're right on here. Krissi going for the win. One more needed on crisscross applesauce there on those darts, and that's going to be a miss and an opportunity. It's 3 bowls needed from Laine to get a look at this trip 16. Needs the double. Oh, not going to find it. Looks like she's going to come up 13 points short and a trip 16. Maybe. Oh my.
All right. Hopefully you got me once again.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Whew.
She needs the bull. Trip 16, baby. For a 3-2 lead heading into the break, Will.
He was calling for it back there. Let's see if she's got it in the bank.
Oh. Bailey, thanks for stopping by, bud. Appreciate that. As Krissi does take out that one. 4.32 to a 4.19. As we head into the break, Will, I'm very impressed with Laine so far.
Oh, I'm nothing surprises me here. I mean, 4.19, 4.28. We said 4+, and we're getting just that, folks. Hang tight as we're going to decide a winner right after these interviews with our players. 3-2, Krissi, as we go into break.
We're here with Laine Lyzak for week 5 of the WCS. And tonight, Laine, we want to know, what vendor are you playing for and what bar are you playing out of?
I'm playing for Star City Amusements, and I'll be playing out of Lone Star Ice House.
Well, last time we saw you, you had a tough match against Meredith McGee, which honestly could have gone either way. That felt like some of those legs went down to the last couple marks. How did you feel during that match and after that match?
During the match, even when my darts weren't landing, they felt good. So I just kind of had to power through it and hope that they eventually fell where they needed to. I felt like I couldn't miss those corner pockets, and it hurt because she was all over it all night. I felt like she couldn't miss. She is a rock star, and I love her to death, and she's a phenomenal opponent. And to make it that close, I felt really good about my own darts. But hopefully tonight, that's not how it ends.
Well, with Murph being a tough opponent, we saw you play, and Krissi being a very tough opponent tonight as well. What do you kind of do to help clear your headspace and set your mindset for matches like these?
Well, going into it every week, I do try to reset my mind and clear my head. And last week's match was last week's match. And if I want to continue, I need to focus on tonight's match. I feel like I'm pretty good at letting go of the past and just trying to move forward. And that helps me during the game as well.
And what is your game plan to try to best the 2-time WCS champs, Krissi Grimal, tonight?
Well, just try to come out strong as I can. Hope that my darts fall where they need to tonight. Gonna get out of the 1s and 5s, hopefully. But other than that, just keep my head on straight, keep my arm throwing straight, and let the darts fall where they may.
Is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
Yes, I want to thank Star City Amusements and Rick's Darts and Games for always sticking by me no matter what. And mostly I want to thank Team Lyzak for being the best family that anyone could ever ask for. They're always there and they always will be. And thank you to Lone Star Ice House, just because you guys have done everything for me as far as the Women's Challenger Series goes and me playing out of your bar, and I really appreciate everything that you guys do.
We are excited to have the Blue Bonnet back on our stream once again, in what should be an enthralling matchup. And Laine, we wish you nothing but the best of luck tonight.
And I'm Laine Lyzak, and you're watching the WCS.
You can win a USA Darts jersey signed by the legendary Russ Bray, the voice of darts. You'll automatically enter to win if you purchase the Dart of the Month special. So what is the special? It is 15% off the entire Sniper series by Winmore. Doesn't matter if it's the Silver Edition, the Black 01, Black 02, or Special Edition. Doesn't matter if you're US or international, we do ship internationally for your chance to win a signed Russ Bray USA Darts jersey by purchasing Dart of the Month by the end of December. Best of luck.
We are here with Krissi Grimal for week 5 of the WCS. Krissi, tonight, what vendor are you playing for and what bar are you playing out of?
I am playing for West Coast Darters of Florida, and I am playing out of Last Call in Bradenton.
And you were coming off having a surgery here and a tough match against Olivia Terry. How are you feeling heading into tonight's match?
A lot better. I'm off the medicine.
Yeah, and do you feel like with that match against Olivia that it was just the little bit of the medication, the grogginess? What came into play there?
It was definitely, my vision was blurry. I was dizzy, and I didn't feel comfortable, and I just figured I'd better just throw it up there and pray to God at least hit the board. It did not look pretty.
Well, tonight with Laine Lyzak, she's an example of another young talent continuing to do excellent things in the ladies dart scene. How does it make you feel seeing the next generation of female darters kind of rise their way up the ranks?
Oh, it's amazing. I love watching these little ones come up, and they're just smacking the crap right out of all of us.
And of course, Laine is a tough opponent in her own right. We already saw her have a tough match against Meredith McGee. What's going to be your game plan to come out on top tonight?
Just throw at the board and hope they just go where I tell them to.
And is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
I love you for all your continued support, and you guys are all amazing. So thank you.
Well, we are excited to have you once again, Krissi Grimal, on our show here for Season 3 of the WCS Week 5 matchup here, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck in tonight's match.
I am Krissi Grimal, and you are watching the WCS.
And that was my day.
Back from our break, as Sean just described his whole day to a T, folks. Let me tell you, he started off brushing his teeth. From there, it was downhill. And we're back. Laine Lyzak, Krissi Grimal, 3-2 in favor of Krissi. But what a battle we have going here. As we mentioned, 4-1-9, 4-2-8 are overall averages here. Pretty tight-knit affair.
Yeah, no, you're not mistaken at all. And Laine has been coming out on fire in these legs where she's had the throw. This only a 2 mark. She's done this one other time, and Krissi won that leg when she did it. It was not because of the 20s, and it's not going to be because of the 20s here. But after the break, you always wonder who's going to come out firing a little bit more, who's going to maybe that break didn't help them as much. Laine 4-1-8 heading into the break is fantastic. Average-wise, that would be second overall in the averages, and higher than Krissi right now. But Krissi is firing on all cylinders, like the Krissi of old. It's gonna be tough to beat.
Yeah, great 7 there from Krissi. Laine's got to protect her wedge here. Find another potentially or go down. She decided to go down. I don't know if I would have fancied that one myself. I think maybe you hammer another one, but how beneficial is that other one? Especially with Krissi behind you. Could have been beneficial now.
Yeah, Krissi did not take advantage of that potential mistake from Laine at all.
So, yeah, I agree with
Laine's
this.
going to finish that job, yeah. Finish the job first, then go back up.
Yeah, I agree with that call, no doubt.
Austin Braswell puts hashtag ban the break, but if we ban the break, then we don't get to see Nick Teixeira on screen, and that's just impossible to do. We've tried.
Especially when he goes pink on pink on pink. Oh, my goodness. Pink shirt, pink background.
His skin color's not pink. His skin color is like peach.
I was talking about his personality.
That probably is pink.
It is. It's actually definitively true. I'm just pink through and through. It's okay. I'm peachy keen as a person and in personality and in likeness. As Shane Watson says, Nick Teixeira, please grow your hair back. Just can't take you serious. I mean, I couldn't to begin with, but Jesus. I just want to say I appreciate all my friends in Florida always supporting in and tuning into the show.
Well, gosh dang it, Bobby. I had to. Here's Laine with another, big triple there to get her out in front by a minute margin, but it's out in front.
It's crazy. We're just expecting these ladies to hit, and they continue to do so.
Well, they know what's up for grabs here. It's either you continue on or you're out of this tournament. And that's a tough position to be in, especially for these two competitors. But it's just all about the draw.
Can we talk for 1 second about just how giant, pathetic losers the Colts are? And then we'll go back to real life.
Buddy, we told you that at the beginning of the season, let alone now. So,
like, do you understand? We could have been rooting for Carson Wentz in the last game of the season to save us, to send us to the playoffs, which would be so much backwards thinking. But instead, we just lost to the Giants, who are the worst team in the league going into it. So, yay. All right, back to the match. Laine Lyzak trying to alleviate all my sadness with a 5 mark.
I did see another comment in here talking about what events we might have coming up next. A couple questions about weekend content. We do have a lot of content coming your way, especially with all the stuff that Will and Jen filmed over in the UK. That was a beautiful 8 mark from Krissi Grimal. Next couple of tournaments, I know for the biggest one on the USA Darts calendar is going to be the Las Vegas Open here coming up. There's also going to be a couple bull shooter stops that you'll see on the USA Darts YouTube and occasionally Facebook page as well. Going to be our next couple of shows there. So there's going to be a lot of content in January. I know there's, in fact, 4 weekends in a row coming up starting the 10th.
yeah, 4 weekends in a row. My word. But we're going to keep you busy and occupied for 2025, no doubt in my mind. So give us that follow if you haven't. It's definitely worth it. How about a 5-0 scoreline for Kelly Mears over Murph right now?
Yeah, that's another shocking one, right? That being said, Murph's still dealing with the broken arm, so maybe that's an issue. But my goodness, Krissi, what a 6 mark! 5.4 defeats the 4.2 from Laine Lyzak.
And like I said, this is usually the point in the match where you see some distance separated, and we're getting that with Krissi getting both the leg before the break and the leg after. So definitely advantage her way. Can she hold on here? Will Laine keep it interesting? She needs this leg.
Yeah. Well, Krissi, keep them separated. There's a nice 7 mark from Laine to open it up. Sorry, when Will Stewart tees you up, you got to knock it out of the park.
Yeah, good effort there. Quality effort.
Thank you. Especially because I don't even have half of my range right now in my voice. That's why keeping to the low side of things. I was literally in bed, sick as a dog with the flu on Christmas.
Well, let me tell you, buddy, you're pretty cool for a white guy.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It's pretty fly for a white guy, but that's fine.
I know, but I figured you'd get the hint anyways.
That was my first concert ever.
That's a crazy first concert. I will say, we talked about it during Nationals weekends, but my dad got triple dipped by Scuba Steve's girl, Ashley Went. Proceeded to beat him so bad that he has been sick ever since. He literally has had the flu ever since that happened, and I think that was Ashley's fault.
Hey, it's the man flu.
These ladies, I'm telling you, it's sickening how good they're throwing in these days, especially these two right in front of you. So it's no doubt in my mind that it definitely happened, and he can continue to be sick. He can take all the L's.
Laine is dominating this leg.
Yeah, she really is. She had an impressive 6 mark to just kind of keep the distance there. And anytime you have this much of a house lead, it's usually going to go your way. Well, unless your name is Will Stewart and you're playing a bull hitter, I guess.
Yeah, then eventually your terrible strategy ends up costing you.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? No, honestly, it was a great video. You didn't really do a whole lot wrong. You just missed sometimes. That was the difference.
Yeah, this is... Krissi's just going to pretty much tee it up for the next leg here.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing she can really do. I mean, you can make a stand, but certainly not now.
No, and you see how quickly this leg is gone, too. This is a perfect way to play against Krissi Grimal. It's round 6.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Get it done and get it done fast. Don't give her the opportunity to come back on you. But, oh, my. That's a big mish. I agree. Go ahead and step back, readjust.
I think you just go for it, though, right?
Yeah, go for this double.
Yeah, happy little accident.
Yeah, but and no matter what, she was ahead already, and with
Right.
the house lead, there's no chance Krissi's going to come back and get you on this turn. So give her the opportunity on the bulls to fight back, but I'd still say it's about 10% chance for Krissi that she gets this leg, and it may be less than that.
Yeah, even with that hat trick, Laine's going to take another 2 darts at the bull at least. And with how she's been throwing, you don't expect her to miss much anymore.
No.
That was a nice little fallout. And there it is. 4.05 from Laine. And that's the type of leg you got to take advantage on Krissi, too. 3.0. If she throws any more of those, you have to win those legs. But 4-3 scoreline.
I still feel that Laine's got a break here. Right back.
Right here?
Yeah, you have to. You have to keep this even Stevens. You don't want to get into 5 and going back to that 2 differential. So we'll see, but Krissi hasn't really done a phenomenal job on the 20s so far tonight. She needs to open up with a 4 here.
She went 6.
Jay, I'm going to be honest. I'll stomp your any day of the week.
We're allowed
I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
I criticize strategy all the time. I criticize strategy all the time, and I suck at darts. And it's because I think I know what I'm talking about a little bit.
Well, how many times have you been able to score, keep it, match, and steal, or like from the background, but as soon as they ask you to chalk, it gets a little nervy, right? Or when you're playing at the line, sometimes you're going off pure impulse and not really thinking. It's a completely different story when you're playing, especially where Will was playing under cameras and knew that was being recorded, knew it was going to be shared to social media.
You put on a show,
yeah. And he normally rises to the occasion unless it's against me or anybody from the UK.
All right, guys, stop. I still sucked, so let's just ease it up a little bit. All right, back to the match.
Backwards dart karma. I'm just saying it. All right, Laine stepping up on the 19s.
That was fun,
Kelly's up 6-0 on Murph. And Mark goes, Kelly be on. Jake fires back with, I have my own jersey. All right, fine. We relent.
Kelly 6, Murph 0. Kelly be on fire is what Mark Hale says.
Echo.
I know. I just just had to repeat it. I mean, goodness gracious, that's just unbelievable to me. I figured that Murph would at least grab a few legs here.
Yeah, I don't think anyone had Murph 0 for 13 or last 14 legs. Finally got that out too. Is it going to go down? Up. Pins the trip 18 too. What a dirty dart. Dennis Ray saying, let's go, Lainey. Nathan, nobody knows. Stephen Parks, Happy New Year. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for you, buddy. On the Grand Board Beasts. And Krissi trying to release that Kraken. Huge opportunity right here for Laine.
Oh,
I like the look.
I do too. Go ahead and take that chance.
Yep. Yeah, the difference that makes is so huge comparatively speaking.
Exactly. If she takes that chance, she shuts it down. All of a sudden, Krissi's like, okay, now I've got a 6 mark the 15s before I even move. So, and still, door open opportunity. Laine now has that upper hand advantage. This is looking promising to grab the leg, and she has to here.
Oh, and I like that she got in 2 darts. Right back to the 17s. Big darts. You said that she had a break here. She's doing it so far. Well, David Irete, welcome to, Mickey Mouse darts that you've never probably even tuned in for. You got soft tip darts. The ladies playing all cricket here, bud. Race to 7.
This isn't
You
Wheel
got 2 of the
Fortune?
best. Krissi Grimal, Laine Lyzak.
Wait, this isn't the wheel?
Of Fortune. Which, by the way, I've been to a taping of that, and it was amazing. Thanks, Dave.
No, that would be incredible. But incredible is Laine right now. She is throwing a 4.75 going into the Bulls here, looking for 4-4 in a tie ball game.
Looking
Double
good.
single. He points
4.56. Big darts.
He pointed in the background, and you just knew it was going from there.
And don't look at the screen, ladies and gentlemen. It is 4-4. The diddle does count as a score on the board, but it is 4-4 here.
Sean, we talked about it when Laine played Meredith, but it felt like that match in week 2 was just coin flip after coin flip. These wired games that came down to just 1 or 2 marks, and the scoreline was not representative of how close it was. Laine's done everything right since then, right? I mean, she improved her performance against Murph. Now she's improving her performance against Krissi at 4.22, an average right now. I mean, that's showing some real grit and resilience from the young talent.
Yeah, she would have beat Murph if she would have played like this against Murph. And you said it, even that match, it was a 7-3 final score line, but it felt 7-6-ish on what could have happened in each leg. But yeah, Laine's she's raised her scoring power up consistently with the scrappiness that she usually plays at, and it's making her a very dangerous player right now. And she can do this. She can beat Krissi Grimal with Krissi Grimal throwing her normal darts. And I did not say that at the beginning of the match, and I'm believing that right now.
Well, and we
still got a lot to do, but
we said Krissi, if she brings up to 90%, she gets over that 4.0 mark. She doesn't have to be the 4.5 to potentially be comfortable. Right now, 4.17 isn't enough to get a breakaway here, and it's dead even. This is a very intense matchup right now.
I mean, and it's because of that right there, the pressure that Laine continues to put on.
I like that strategy, just hanging with it and forcing the pressure. Points is never wrong. And look at Krissi bounce right back with a 7 of her own.
Krissi's lunging harder than she typically does, right?
She is. She's lunging a little bit too much. But, I mean, she always says when she's moving, she's grooving. And that's the way Krissi plays.
You can't see this on your screen, folks, but Krissi is walking all the way back to the other end of the bar and then walking back up. So this is her typical, like, Krissi pace around.
Mm-hmm. Krissi is doing normal Krissi things when she is in a groove. And, yeah, she'll pace a football field before she comes back to the Aki if she needs to, knowing that her opponent may be taking just a little bit more time than she wants. She wants to occupy her time, and she's walking right now. She is getting the heck away from that board.
Yep. And this is the situation where what both these players are going to understand is the pressure in this leg's on Krissi. It's her throw. It's not Laine's throw. If Laine holds her throw like throughout the rest of this, they will go to a last leg decider where they will diddle to see who starts. So Laine doesn't have to break again in order to get the first look at a finish in the last leg decider. So anything now is just bonus. If Krissi just pulls off this leg, cool. Laine should expect that. Then Laine's got to fire or bear down to make sure she wins her leg and go back and forth that way. It gets into a real situation if there's another break a throw in there somewhere.
Well, that single mark for Laine is going to hurt as Krissi will look to attack the 19s here. She should.
She didn't.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a Will Stewart and the bull hitters.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm just kidding. You're like, whatever. I don't even know what to say anymore.
Yeah. Just accept it and move on.
Yeah, that's fair. That's, you know what? I feel like you've learned that from me, so I appreciate that.
You're welcome. All right. Yeah, Krissi knows. Just get rid of this. First dart, 19s, close it out. There you go.
Big last. Worst leg so far from Laine in this match. And that's not the best sign at this point in the ball game when it's 4-4. It's fine. And it's not going to make a difference one leg or not. Krissi threw her worst leg a couple legs ago. So not really anything to bother at this point, but just something to kind of keep in mind.
Yeah, speaking of worst legs, our worst leg is a 3.00. I mean, it's not like a bad leg by any means.
Right.
Over for Laine, I mean, hers is a 3.67.
Yeah.
So she is definitely came into the night knowing what she had to do, and she's doing it.
Only a 2 from Krissi again. I love how Shay and OT are just in the chat talking to each other. As if none of this other stuff's going on. The queen seat holder or match is just trying to fire up the troops.
Well, it's kind of, they're going to play for the hill. They played with each other in last WCS as they teamed up for a match. So kind of cool that they're getting this opportunity now. So we'll see them next week for that matchup.
Murph got a leg on the board.
She did. She didn't get Skunker Dunk, so that's now just go ahead and keep chopping at the tree. One by one by one. You like Skunker Dunk, didn't you?
I did. It was great. Skunker Dunk was good. You didn't get Skunker Dunked, so
the old Kansas sayings get you again.
We've heard skunked, but not Skunker Dunked. That's an impressive.
You've heard Piddle Dunk. That's where you get Skunker Dunk from.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
And that one you had to teach me too, because that was also a Kansas thing.
All right, look at this from Laine.
Another big 7.
Yeah, it puts her in front. Granted, it's so small, but it's in front. And a mistake here from Krissi gives her the opportunity, but will she see the mistake? I don't think she's going to. And I'm surprised Krissi didn't go ahead and just close out the 16s there. I mean, you have the two houses, but
9 mark here gets the lead. Oh, that's so good of a dart, but it's also so bad of a dart because it blocks everything. Lost Boy in the chat saying, dang, who's that voice I don't recognize? Well, I'm Sean.
Will, 3 weeks off here. Sorry.
Yeah, he almost developed an accent. He was gone so long.
It is hard not to get sucked into an accent when you're over there.
Hello there, y'all Piddle Duncan.
Wow. That was funny.
Did you make a joke, Bobby?
Yeah, yes, I did. Good one.
That was good. All right, Krissi, just doing Krissi things here. She's looking to grab the leg to make this 5-4.
She does like to snatch legs, doesn't she?
I'm telling you.
Like a little ankle biter.
Exactly what it is, man. She's just always there. Always there nipping.
Krissi the Chihuahua Grimal.
Oh, what a double.
Yeah, big dart. And back in front. But again, just a hole to throw. The Laine got that leg closer than it probably should have been. So there's no harm done there.
Well,
I know you're not strong here.
I know you're not going to believe this, but guess what our averages are?
Tied.
415, 415. How ironic. Not surprising at all. I told you folks, this has the potential to go the distance, 7-6 or 7-5. I think it's going to happen here, and we're squared away for it.
And go for speed. Those players will diddle for start in that last league decider if it goes the distance. Hey, check out the newest Target product drop at AtoZDarts.com for awesome new darts accessories to add to your collection, or you can join their monthly raffle by purchasing the December Dart of the Month. That ends on January 1st. Just tap the banner on their website at A-ZDarts.com. I'll tell you what was fun about the video, the bull hitters video, was it's not every day you get to film Jim Mountains playing darts again, like in actual like matches.
She needs to play more. I'm pushing her
And
to.
she looked good.
I think we're gonna try to do a grand night or something. I actually need to talk to you two about potentially joining in on the fun. So we might try to do that or something to maybe jump in a lobby or something and have a night of it. Do some streaming.
USA Darts party. A darty party.
Nick's not invited.
No, never.
I don't know. We'll post out some stuff. Gauge interest on that one. See if maybe we'll put together some prizes and what have you, and just make it a New Year's bash or something. It'd be fun. But anyway,
so this is for tomorrow.
yeah. Lyzak, big triple there, and she attacks the 18 as well. Magnificent 7 mark there. She's looking to tie us back up, and she's got that advantage of 3.
Well, boom goes the dynamite for Krissi Grimal right back. That time on the 16s. Hey, Vanessa. And only 3 from Laine.
Yeah,
Jacob, we've talked about this. No, we can't.
And we'd have lost all 3.
Big dart from Laine again.
Thank goodness it wasn't Jacob playing. He wouldn't even made it through the first leg without just forfeiting. I'm good.
You just gonna give up? Just give up before it even plays?
Just no,
that's the whole video.
No, thank you. Yeah. All right, Laine needed
get everything
3.
set up and then the video. Just be like, no thanks. Just walk out. Stay right there. Ideally. Krissi will probably have the point lead after this round.
Probably.
Yeah.
Is. But I think that with where Laine's at right now, I mean, this is hers. This is her leg. I mean, no question about it. We're 5-5 here.
Okay.
Saving grace. Saving grace.
Whew. Mark Hale says Kelly wins. Yeah, Trevor, you're not wrong.
And what's even scarier is the fact that we don't even have. We know we're missing players that should be playing in this. And once we grab them and get them in the system, then we can go to 32. And what happens on that front is what I'm really looking forward to here. So we appreciate almost 700 of you folks joining us this evening.
Yep.
Great numbers. I mean, this is the reason why we're bringing you the coverage of this WCS and why we brought you the singles action is because these women are deserving of it. We're seeing some grade A performances from them. Let your dart players know, hey, they're looking for more women. If you think that you can compete, join up, get those games in, and be a part of this because you're not going to want to miss out on the money being presented by Partners Promoting Darts.
Big opportunity for Krissi. I agree with everything you said, Will. But she misses the big number. And hits the 15 at the end.
That's a bummer because that was a prime opportunity for her, needing the 5 mark to win. And instead, Laine's getting the job done. 5-5 here. And what turned out to be a scary little leg.
It really did. The little leg snatcher tried to snatch another one.
Yeah, I thought that was easy lanes a few rounds ago. And all of a sudden, it kind of turned a little too quicker than I thought it would be. But hey, 5-5.
Mark, you don't have to throw with your knee, man.
Hey, Mark.
I'm just kidding, Mark.
Mark's a quality shot.
Hope you get back in action soon, man.
I remember playing Mark and Dominic at AirCap.
That was a roar from Laine. You know what she said? Boom goes the dynamite. It's a 6-9 marks. They both have 3.
Excellent shot. Perfect timing as well.
And Krissi fires back with a 7 of her own. Let's battle. 5-5 score line. Becomes a race 2 out of 3 here, bud. And we say this all the time. Anyone can win a race 2 out of 3.
Oh, exactly. It's anyone's game. I mean, even we'll put it as your amateur players can beat professional players in a 2 out of 3. I mean, things happen in 2 out of 3 formats.
Yep. He's got to get hot at the right time. And Laine just closes down those 18s. Blake, those are 3 perfect names to add to that list of players we'd love to see in the WCS in the future.
Oh, and there's even
fan of Ashley Shepard.
That's just Iowa, I think, that he's mentioning there. I mean, I'd like to see Paula Murphy, your Liz Tynans, and so many more. I mean, Andrea Taylor down in Texas. I'd love to see her get involved, although she doesn't play much soft tip.
Taylor Thaxton.
Oh, Callie West. I mean, you can bring in some steel tip players. I mean, it's just nuts. So now's your time. Reach out on Messenger. Just give them a little push.
Just let them know. Hey, kick. Another nice 3-mark close there from Laine. Just doing her job right now and staying out in front. And a big break of throw opportunity. But Krissi's going to start firing on these 16s.
Dave saying confidence-wise, this could be a launching point for Lyzak. I mean, you could potentially say that. I mean, she's been feeling confident this whole way. I mean, you're not throwing 4+ without a little confidence, but to get over the line against Krissi, yes, that means a lot because you know the kind of player that Krissi is, and that's always going to be a back pocket win that you can always pull out and say, I did that.
Against one of the best.
Exactly.
Throwing your best.
Exactly. Big trip 15. Laine just needs 2 to close, but this is a tricky position to be in, isn't it?
Well, she's got to close it.
There she did.
Bowl is huge.
But still,
that's a huge bowl.
This is a door opener potentially for Krissi. She needs 4.
100%. But it's the best thing that you can really ask for right here. Against the throw.
Oh, beautiful start.
And she drags it low. Laine needs 2 to break. It will be Krissi going first, though, in the penultimate leg. if Laine hits these two. One more needed. And she hits it and gives a big roar again. 413 to a 413. I'm going to guess that's right around what their actual averages are, if I'm not mistaken. And this is insane. Laine Lyzak cements at least, at the very least, a last leg decider and a chance to go first.
That's the A to Z darts leg of the night, folks. 413, 413, 4.09, 4.08 on our averages so far. You were correct. We're not too far away from our averages.
And a 5-mark opening there for Krissi Grimal. I like it. The A to Z dart leg of the match. That's good.
Well, just a reminder too. I mean, we've had 6 legs after the break. Laine's won 4 of those, so definitely advantage her way. She's won 2 on the spin here, and she just needs 1 to get the job done. I think that's why you saw her give that little roar there at the end. But does that cause the little dump? Not necessarily. She had a 4-mark opener, so just got to hold true. Get this job done here.
Well, I would argue
smart dart on dart 3.
It's so important for her to win that last leg, to be the first one on match point. Because even if she gets it taken from her here and goes to that last leg decider, diddle or otherwise, I think she'll be more relaxed than to bring it to a last leg decider down facing an opponent on match point.
It can work. It can work both ways. When you look at it, yes, you want to have at least one solid look at a leg to win the match. But if she loses this, then it's kind of it messes with you just a little bit. But it's give or take. That's what that starts for you. So I agree. She wants that leg. Go ahead and set yourself up, knowing I break, I win here, and I'm done with Krissi for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, and that's what I would say is because it would be a break a throw. It's like knowing that you're at least going the distance. There's not a lot of pressure on you to throw it well in this leg, maybe take some chances even at times. So I like the position Laine's in, but it is Krissi Grimal that she's going up against. And when she starts to release that crack, and it's kind of like when you see Luke Lidler this year at Worlds get close to being beat and then just turn on a whole new gear that he has and just sprint ahead. Yeah. Krissi has that potential. I
agree. And then again, too, with the format the way it is, you can afford to take some looks, but you have to be smart in your guesses of when to take looks, because it's no guarantee that you're going to come up and have the hold for the win because of the count up for the last leg. So
right,
that hurts if you're Laine. I mean, big 7 mark from Krissi, but you expect that.
Yep. Gonna stay right there, try and get 6 out of it. Does that. It's a pretty good answer to the 7.
It's not bad at all, but you think even if she would have tied on the 7, she's still down by what, 30 there, so.
Big 6 again from Krissi. She's not going to play around with the high ground. And we know that that's not typically her style of play. But it's because of this that she has to do that. Big 9. Boom goes the dynamite. Laine Lyzak. 9 marks the 18s. She now leads in that category 4-3.
What a great WCS battle we got for you, folks. This is just top-notch stuff. Of course, brought to you by Partners Promoting. Yeah, definitely do it. If you haven't already, do it. But, of course, this is brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. Big shout-out to them for bringing you this action. Get involved. DartsTOC.com, folks.
Well, it's not Heaven's 11, but Laine will take that number right now because it's 46 points ahead of Krissi.
Until she throws in a 7. Oh, I thought she was going to throw in a big one there. But if you're Laine, you're thinking opportunity. Triple on the 18 gives you a look, and I guess she'll probably stay for 2. Ooh, decisions. She took the stab.
And she hits it.
Wow.
And look at that. It's thrown off Krissi, who just closes the 18. Laine is in control of this leg. Oh no, only one. Turns it right back over.
If you're having some
You guys
issues.
are lagging a little bit. Facebook seems to be the issue. Just head on over to YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. We were just saying that. If you're having issues, jump to YouTube. Quick, do it. Do it now. Jump.
Let's see if Laine, yep. Going close. Big dart here. Oh, just above. Every dart matters so much right now. And Krissi can take complete control right here. What a time for a 7.
That was huge, Sean. That was huge because it forces Laine to stay for 6 on the 15. She needs a 9.
She'll take 7. Only gets 5. Still right there, but this is now advantage Krissi once again. Takes the look now. No, she stayed on it.
Ooh. I don't know. Here we go. Just edge of your seat moments here. Edge of your seat moments. Oh, no.
Drags 2 into the 2s.
I thought she was at least going to grab the 6.
Oh, my goodness. Switches and misses. This is now the big opportunity for Laine.
And Krissi's put her hands to her face. She knows what she just did. Laine Lyzak to snag the 16s.
The blue bonnet almost put in a big boom. Last chance here for Krissi. On those 16s. Doesn't quite get the lead. Laine will close first, more than likely. She can still stay. Big dart. Big single. But opportunities here for Krissi. Still. Here are the 15s. No, she hits the hat trick. What do you do if you're Laine, Will?
Oh, man, this is go for it. Go for the win. Go for the win.
She is.
If you miss, you go down. Go down. She still took
She
a
never
chance.
went down.
I think you go down with the last there. I think because a 45 helps you, but I think she took the risk and she may pay off.
Goodness. Real wild on all those.
The blue bonnet to win.
Huge upset, 7-5 over one of the tournament favorites. One more needed. And she gets it done. Wow. 4.26. And she earned every bit of that victory because Krissi brought something hard right at her and just Laine still hit it out of the park. What a performance.
What a match, ladies and gentlemen. 7-5 win for Laine. Incredible stuff. Final numbers 4.10 for Laine, 4.06 for Krissi. What a match. What a match.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. Well, we have a Final Four, Will.
Oh,
And it does not include Krissi Grimal.
Unbelievable. She's been so dominant. She's a defending champion, and now there will be a new crown on someone's head. Who's it gonna be? That's the ultimate question. We got Shea Cole, Olivia Terry, Laine Lyzak, and Kelly Mears left in this WCS season.
I mean, if you would have told me that a player from South Carolina, a player from Toledo, Ohio, a player from Houston, Texas, and then a player from Central Florida were playing in the top 4, I would have been like, oh, yeah, that's exactly how I see it. But when one of them is Kelly Mears instead of Krissi Grimal, that's a big eyebrow raiser. And that fourth place match and the Queen's Heat match now, it's a lot on the line from this point forward.
Starting to speak to where darts is currently. We're seeing it on the male front, definitely where it's anybody's game at any given time. We're starting to see it on the female side too, where those averages are getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and it's any given day anybody can win here. So we're seeing it firsthand.
Yeah, that was hats off to Laine Lyzak. I'm not actually going to take off my hat because that's ridiculous, but hats off to you for that performance. It was awesome. That well deserved. And for Krissi, I mean, terrible timing on having to have surgery.
Yeah.
And going through all the stuff that you are currently going through. We wish you all of the best and hope for the Krissi Grimal that we know and love to come back as quickly as possible. And I know these ladies are too, because they want the best version of Krissi in this tournament.
Well, she produced a pretty good one tonight. It was just Laine.
Yeah, she sure did.
Was just a little bit better, little bit better. And if she can ride that out, watch out for Laine.
Laine beat a good Krissi Grimal tonight.
Yep.
That was not a shaky Krissi Grimal at all. That was a good Krissi Grimal, and she earned every bit of that win.
And a 4-1 can't compete with Shea Cole, who's currently throwing that 4-5-2. I mean, we've seen some discrepancies that necessarily don't mean that higher average is going to win the match. So, hey, anyone's game here, folks. Anyone's game. I'm looking forward to it.
Remaining money left in this bad boy: $500 to fourth, $800 to third, $1,500 to second, and $2,500 to first. So, still a lot of money left up for grabs for these final 4 players, and I can't wait.
Certainly so, folks. Don't miss out. Monday night, we're going to give you that hill match. So, Shea Cole, Olivia Terry, 8 p.m. Central Time. We expect identical numbers or better than numbers because those 2 ladies are going to put on a show. They're two show ladies. You can't say showmen. Show ladies, show women.
Sure you can. Show people.
Show people. There we go. I like show people. That works. All righty, folks. Join us 8 p.m. Monday night.
From these 2 show people, have a great night.